Welcome to Small Cap Nation. I'm Jane King at the NASDAQ market site in Times Square. Japan's Nikkei is now officially in a bear market. That's 20% below its high. Oil has fallen to its lowest level in 12 years, trading below $28 a barrel. And the Russell 2000 index of small cap stocks fell into a bear market last week. Tech and biotech stocks have been especially hit hard in the 2016 sell-off. Well, Martin Shkreli, the former hedge fund manager turned pharmaceutical executive who was charged with securities fraud, is in the market for a new lawyer. The legal team at Arnold & Porter, the big Washington law firm that was representing Shkreli, filed a letter in the federal district court in Brooklyn saying that he was in the process of retaining new lawyers. Shkreli, for his part, has continued to take to Twitter, streaming videos, and traditional news outlets to proclaim his innocence and act as if not much has changed in his life. Well, Vail Resort says it has added a 78-year-old Wisconsin ski area to its portfolio of Midwest urban resorts. Wilmot Mountain is located roughly midway between Chicago and Milwaukee, just north of the Wisconsin-Illinois line. The company already owns the Afton Alps ski area in Minnesota and Mount Brighton in Michigan, which it acquired in 2012. Wilmot Mountain was founded in 1938, and it was the first in the Midwest to introduce snowmaking. Vail Resort's announcement says it now has 25 ski trails, 4 terrain parks, and a 23-lane tubing hill. Well, lots of small cap companies making news today. Here's a look in today's Small Cap Wrap. Mellanox CEO prevails as shareholders approve the X-Chip acquisition. TE Connectivity said its earnings fell 25% in the latest quarter as it was impacted from a strong U.S. dollar, and that weighed on revenue. The company did see weakness in its industrial market and soft demand in China. Brinker International, the restaurant company, said quarterly revenue missed estimates, but they did stand by their forecast for 2016. Cree says its earnings per share midpoint view topped estimates. Spirit Airlines expects 2016 capacity to get a boost of approximately 20%. Sun Edison says Lexor Capital reported a 5% holding in the company, and Synthetic Biolithics says its irritable bowel syndrome drug did meet primary phase 2 endpoints. Well, shares of companies with exposure to residential solar are getting hit hard this week, with Solar City falling as much as 12%, Vivint Solar down 15%, and Vivint's acquirer, Sun Edison, dropping 10%. Terraform Power, which will be buying residential solar assets as part of Sun Edison's acquisition of Vivint, also dropped as much as 11%. Now, a number of factors converging to hurt the solar companies, and especially ones with exposure to residential solar. Oil prices dropping, that has not helped energy stocks, even though solar companies very rarely compete directly with oil. But the bigger problem, Nevada's recent ruling that eliminated net metering for homeowners and added fixed fees to customers' bills. In fact, shares of Solar City plunged on that ruling last week, but investors clearly seeing more downside than they did when the ruling came out. Staples said it would give itself 3 more months before calling off its proposed $6 billion buyout of Office Depot. So this gives the companies time to fight an antitrust lawsuit with the Federal Trade Commission. Staples said it would extend the termination date of the proposed acquisition to May 16th from February 4th. That was the previous deadline to settle antitrust issues. The FTC sued to block the deal in early December, arguing the combination would control 70% of the U.S. market for office supplies purchased by large national customers. And Air Methods has completed its acquisition of Tri-State Care Flight. The deal was first announced in November. The deal is valued at $222 million, and it brings 380 people from Tri-State and 27 fixed-wing and rotary aircraft to Air Methods. Air Methods is the largest domestic air medical transport company, with more than 450 helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft in its fleet and 4,000 employees worldwide.